morning. Amanda Brooks coming to you live from Bangor, Maine. I am a physician assistant and I've been practicing emergency medicine for the last 14 years, but opened a wellness center about 2.5 years ago, Inner Greatness Center, where I'm really hoping to bridge the gap between modern and alternative medicine. So, good morning, good morning. I hope that you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Good morning, Teresa. I just spent this past weekend working and wanted to bring some value to you guys this morning. So I'm not getting up on a soapbox lecturing you or any of your loved ones about smoking, but I'm really trying to appeal to you more in an emotional sense. So as this weekend was unfolding, I was seeing a lot of really sad things that really touched my heart. Hey, good morning, Mitzi. And I wanted to share these things with you because I think a lot of us, we know that smoking is bad, but we continue to do it anyway. So I'm gonna give some gentle reminders about why it's bad from a scientific and health standpoint, but I'm also going to share some stories with you guys because sometimes stories hit it home. And I got permission from these people that I was seeing in the emergency department because, like I said, as the weekend was unfolding, people were suffering from serious diseases secondary to their smoking. Okay, so first of all, thanks for tuning in. If you guys can share this with other people that are smoking, this might be a good thing. The only personal experience I've had with smoking is someone in my life, she was a smoker. Actually several people when I was growing up, and I thought it was cool, right? Like these people are smoking on cigarettes and I thought it was cool. So they said, hey, Amanda, do you want to smoke with us? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. If they said, here, take this cigarette, put it in your mouth and breathe in as deeply as you can. Oh my gosh, guys, I did that. I coughed, I sputtered, I vomited, and that is the only interaction I have personally ever had with smoking anything. But okay, so let's get into this. Smoking, we know that it increases risk for stroke and heart attack. So, crazy story. Yesterday I saw a guy, mid-60s, still smoking a pack to 2 packs of cigarettes per day, comes in, couldn't use his left leg for 20 minutes. He had suffered from a mini stroke. Those symptoms had resolved, but he'd been having intermittent chest discomfort for the past week, didn't have his nitro, had an elevated heart enzyme test. So he not only had a heart attack, he had a mini stroke, and his kidneys were failing. And so he and I chatted about stopping smoking, but again, he's in his mid-60s. So sometimes, you guys, we don't see repercussions from what it is we're doing now until later in life. Another thing that we get concerned about smoking is it encourages cancer cell growth. You know, they report that 9 out of 10 lung cancer cases, people are smokers. So not only is it increasing our ability to contract cancer, but at the same time, it's decreasing the way in which our immune system functions. So if our immune system isn't functioning properly, what's gonna happen? We're immunocompromised and we're more likely to develop disease. So I saw a few patients over the weekend, sadly suffering from cancer, former smokers, most had quit. I saw another woman in her mid-50s. She'd quit smoking just 2 months ago, but her coronary artery disease is so severe that they can't intervene with stents or bypass grafts. She's stuck managing herself medically, and she can barely walk from point A to point B because she gets so short of breath. So of course, hey, good morning, you guys. Don't think I'm ignoring you, but I don't want to lose my train of thought here. So she and I, of course, talked about plant-based diet and things that she could do to potentially reverse her coronary artery disease. But also, what else does smoking do? It destroys lung tissue, right? Like, do you know anyone who suffers from COPD, asthma? I saw a guy yesterday, super cool dude, 24 years old, been smoking off and on. He said he tried it at age 5, but really smoking daily since age 13. He's a hip hop artist, he's a singer, he performs locally, he's a really cool guy, can't even run around the stage, he's so winded. Using so many puffs off his inhaler that he ran out, had to come into the emergency department for steroids. He swore to me that he was gonna quit smoking, so hey dude, if you're listening, I really hope you got this. Another thing, this morning, wake up, Phil, this video is also for you because I have a friend, firefighter. Not only is he a smoker, but he fights fires, guys. He's exposed to carbon monoxide all the time. And so I'm so proud of you for doing this cold turkey today. He said that he was inspired by a video I did, I think a few years ago now, which is crazy because I was planning on doing this video for you guys this morning anyways. So what else does smoking do? It increases the viscosity of our blood, so it makes our blood thicker, which is why it predisposes us to stroke and heart attacks. It causes narrowing in our vessels, the vessels that feed our brain and feed our hearts, which causes disease. Super sad story. Saw a guy, mid-60s, so in love with his wife, cutest couple ever, and he'd been suffering intermittently from discomfort in his foot for the past month. But 2 nights ago, he was unable to sleep because he was suffering from 9 out of 10 pain in his foot. And so he comes into the emergency department and the foot is cold and I'm unable to palpate a pulse. It's super painful. And so the poor guy couldn't even get a pulse with a Doppler. So he has severe peripheral vascular disease. So our arteries can get so narrowed that we have decreased blood flow to not only limbs, but organs. So this poor guy had to get transferred. I am keeping my fingers crossed and keeping him in my heart and hoping that he didn't have to lose a limb, but that's a possibility as well. And again, I don't tell you these stories to preach to you. I tell you these stories so that I'm hoping that they touch your heart enough so that you guys can decide that you too are going to quit smoking. So, smoking, it weakens bones. So people that are smokers are predisposed to risk for osteopenia, osteoporosis, which leads to fracture. We know that people that smoke have problems with infertility, both guys and girls. Guys, your sperm count's low. Girls have a difficult time carrying babies to term. So if you want to have a family, smoking cessation is definitely for you. Now, so these are some stories. Also, we know that it leads to gum disease, which in turn leads to tooth loss. I saw a guy yesterday, he was embarrassed by the way in which his mouth looked. He's like, I promise, I don't do drugs. But guess what he was doing? Smoking. He's like, well, I roll my own. It doesn't matter. Any kind of tobacco is tobacco. If you chew it, if you smoke it, if you vape it, all the chemicals, guys, they're still there. So if we want a kissable mouth, right? Like we don't want nasty teeth and gums. And so that leads me into my next point. Usually what I do, if you come into the emergency department and you tell me that you're a smoker, I just kind of politely say, and you're trying to quit, right? That's my way of saying, I hope that you quit, because research shows that if your doctor recommends that you quit smoking, you're more likely. Okay, so this is the way I kind of sell it to the younger people, or even to the middle-aged people. It smells bad, okay? It's super expensive, so if you're complaining about your finances, someone told me yesterday a pack of cigarettes is almost $10. That's insane. And if you're smoking a pack a day, that's $70 a week. Do the math, I'm bad with numbers, however much that is a year. But it's going to limit your dating pool, okay? So look at it that way. So if you're single and you're smoking, use that as a motivating factor. So anyway, guys, I hope that this helps. Again, I'm just trying to appeal to you emotionally. I definitely want you to quit smoking because it's so bad for your health. It makes you stink. It ages you. You know, smoking increases oxidative stress and causes wrinkles. So if you don't want to look old and you want to stay looking young, have that be a motivating factor as well. So, hey, you guys, I'm so thankful for all of your continued support. I hope you guys have found this valuable. If you have, like it and share it with someone that you think it could help. So all of you who are smokers, I'm wishing you the best. There are some things that you can do. Number one, cold turkey. I feel like that's helped a lot of the patients I work with. Number two, though, essential oils. So just a quick little thing. Black pepper essential oil has been shown to help people quit smoking. So if you get a craving, putting 1 drop of black pepper on your tongue. I don't think you're gonna wanna light up a cigarette because it's gonna taste gross. If you're a menthol cigarette smoker, there's an essential oil blend called Breathe. And I had a woman that used black pepper on her tongue, then put 1 drop of Breathe on her hands, rubbed them together, and inhaled every single time she had a craving. She kept those 2 oils in her pocket. She said it was a godsend. So hey, I don't know if that helps. Hope it does. Anyway, guys, have a great day, wonderful week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.